It says my broadcast was deleted.
What?
I'm live though.
Let's do it. Hi,
Okay.
I am Sabrina Renee Kinkle with Kelver Consulting, and I am so excited to be here with Dr. Amy V. Sanchez, who is a neuropsychologist, organizational consultant, and executive coach. She has specialized in helping for 20 years of her career in understanding how the brain impacts behavior and how to apply these psychological principles to improve business and workplace outcomes. I'm so incredibly excited to have her here today. She is a Forbes Coach Council member, certified executive success coach, and her work has been featured all over, including ABC, CBS, NBC, Wall Street Journal, Forbes. So, really, really excited to have you here today. Dr. Sanchez, how are you?
I'm good. So glad to be here with you today, Sabrina. I appreciate you taking the time to be here with me on this Monday afternoon.
Well, it's absolutely my pleasure. My pleasure. And we are excited to speak with you today because you've done so much work with helping already successful women leaders take their careers to that very, very next step. And I know a lot of us are really excited to talk about how do you leverage the five superpowers of successful women leaders. So, really excited to be talking about that with you today. Now, we know that executive presence is a widely discussed topic in leadership circles, but you have an interesting take on this topic when it comes to women in senior leadership. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. This idea of executive presence, it really is a buzzword that we've been hearing about more in leadership circles over the last several decades. But the idea with executive presence is that it is a broad concept. And though it can in its elements really just speak to you having that spot on confidence, being able to maintain that gravitas. When you're a woman in senior leadership or you're currently working in C suite leadership, you've pretty much got your executive presence dialed down to a formula that when the cameras are on or the audience is there, that you automatically go into performance mode, and you know how to deliver and execute. But what can sometimes happen that we may sometimes underestimate or overlook as women in senior leadership is when our confidence tends to waver in high stakes situations, whether it's an interview, it's a high stakes meeting or conversation when we're speaking in public or giving a presentation or answering a question that makes us the focus of what's going on with key decision makers. We may experience at time a wavering in that confidence or a wavering in our executive presence that can have a backwards in effect, I call it, where it goes from the outside in. The situation triggers the lack of confidence, and as a result, you have that breakdown. So this is where mindset becomes so critical for many of the clients that I work with, and really is my wheelhouse, because I help women to kind of get into the mindset where they can examine their beliefs, their attitudes, their own expectations, and how that shows up in their behaviors and interactions when they're working in the work environment. I've had a situation on many occasions when I've worked with clients, but one in particular that I want to share with you, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
I had a client.
Can you pause for a second?
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
uh, it doesn't look like it's broadcasting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to end the broadcast, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Because it said